Ow, that one really hurt. Hey, welcome to episode number 37 of the Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille, and I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm filming from generally the same area because, as it stands right now, for the way you guys see it, the wall I record on is over there. But, I'm turned the camera a little bit. I'm aiming this way. Now, the light in the back here, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but, we'll try it and see how it goes. When I started doing this show, I kind of watched what other people were doing. And I tried my best not to base what I'm doing on what they're doing. That way it's something unique, it's something original, it's something new. And I make it a point to not talk about, pop culture like Michael Buckley. And I don't talk about, wild news and crazy news like Sexy Phil. And I don't go on about how much I love my Mac or my MacBook Pro or, my iPod Touch. I make it a point not to do that like iJustine. But I don't include my family and don't include my wife, kind of like Shay Carl does. So I kind of feel as though if I avoid those four things, the Langille Show brings something unique and something new to people. Not that there's anything wrong with What the Buck, Sexy Phil, Shay Carl, or iJustine, because I love all of them. It's just I want to do something different. Speaking of different, you like the shirt? It's not the t-shirt thing. I'm doing the whole, yeah. For the most part, I think it's working. I mean, I'm getting views, I'm getting hits. People are talking about me here in Charlottetown. So, I'm proud of what I'm doing. So I want to thank all you guys for watching. But, the Langille Show wouldn't be the Langille Show if I didn't have something to complain about. And it's very rare that I say anything bad about what I'm about to talk about. But this deserves it because this is actually pissing me off. I recently bought a camcorder from Futureshop, and everything was great. The camera works beautifully. In fact, if you're following the show, you know that I filmed a couple episodes using it. Unfortunately, my cat decided that he would try to chew through the power cord. So I called Futureshop and I said, look, do you guys have any power cord replacements in stock for an Averio HDD? And they were like, no, we don't carry replacement parts. You'll have to contact the manufacturers. We're like, all right, so we contact the manufacturer. And they were like, it would probably just be easier to get it from the original vendor that you purchased it from. I was like, well, I can't do that because, they don't sell them. They're like, oh, well, just check their online store. So my wife ended up doing that because I was kind of tied up with some stuff from work. So she contacted them and they said, yeah, we can ship you a new one. You can have it there in like 4 days. I'm like, sweet, Suze, order it, get it done. I have a wedding coming up this week that I have to record, so it's important that I have this. So we ordered it and we waited and we waited and we waited. And nothing showed up. So yesterday we phoned Futureshop. Well, I did, my wife did, and asked about the status of our order. And they were like, "Oh, you need to talk to shipping and receiving." All right, can you transfer me? And they're like, "Yeah." And when they sent her off, she heard this doo doo doo. The number you have dialed has been disconnected. Please try again. So Susan was like, "Well, that's weird. They must have dialed the wrong number." So she called back. Explain the situation to a new person. Like, oh yeah, you need to talk to ship and receive. I just tried to talk to them, and the number was not working. They're like, oh, just a second. Doop, doop, doop. Sends her off, and here's the number you've called has been disconnected. So she calls back a third time. At this point, she's getting pretty pissed, and she's like, I just want to know the status of my order. They're like, oh yeah, there's a problem with the this order and status thing. The department isn't working at all. So it's like, oh, well, can you tell me where my order is? They're like, well, your order didn't get processed. The whole system is down. Susan's like, well, can you order it? No, that's not my department. Susan's like, well, when did you plan on telling us that we weren't going to receive our item? She goes, well, we lost the database that everything was ordered in, so we had no way to contact anybody. So I'm telling you now, and I apologize for any inconvenience, but yeah, that order didn't get placed. Yeah, real big fan. Anyway, the cord itself that the cat chewed is working. It's just, I don't trust it 100%. I mean, I trust enough to do what I have to do, but long term, I don't think it's going to last. So, a little pissed off at Futureshop at the moment. How nonchalantly, oh Your order didn't get placed. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, so that's the deal with that. Now, I only have a little bit of time left, so what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to ask another random question from the book of questions, just because it's cool to do that. Here we go! Question number 201. Do you frequently find yourself, just to be polite, saying things you don't mean? For example, when you say goodbye to someone who doesn't overly interest you, do you act as though you actually enjoyed their company? That's awesome. I always make it a point to be polite. I don't want to ruin anyone's gimmick here and go, Jesus, maybe he really doesn't like me. Trust me, if I talk to you, I like you. If I talk to you on MSN, I think you're awesome. You know, but yeah, I find it a point always to be polite. There's no point being an asshole to anybody. You know, there's no point being a dick. So, do I say things that I don't mean? No. I genuinely mean what I say, but you know, if I say, hey, how you doing, da-da-da-da-da, and that's pretty much the gist of the conversation, yes, I'm being polite. Now people are going to think I'm an asshole. But you know what I mean? Like, I make it a point to be nice to people. I don't try to be a dick to anyone. I don't try to be mean to anybody. I don't try to, you know, have people think I'm an asshole. So yeah, I think it's important to be nice to people. There's a huge difference between being nice to someone, even though the fact that you're not overly interested in talking to them, or being an absolute asshole about it, and, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I'm nice to people. That's one of my Achilles heels, I guess. So, and yeah, I know I didn't quite clarify anything with that, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So, this has been The Langille Show, episode number 37, and I thank you for watching. You can check it out at thelangilleshow.com, youtube.com, and facebook.com. I'm probably not going to be around for the next few days. I got a lot of stuff coming up, so I wish you happy Canada Day now, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.